Chers auditeurs,
Dear listeners,
bonjour.
welcome to Comme d'Archi Podcast Season 5.
Saison 5, dans le monde fascinant des architectes.
And in the architectural projects.
Je suis Anne-Charlotte Deponte, passionnée d'architecture et docteur des universités en histoire de l'archi.
I am one of the spokespersons of Anne-Charlotte, who is a PhD in architecture history.
Merci.
Thank you
D'être avec moi aujourd'hui.
to be with us today.
Et
And
maintenant,
now,
lundi en français, place au talent.
and Wednesday, let's talk projects. In English, of course.
Bienvenue dans Comme d'Archi.
Hello, dear listeners. This is Esther on behalf of Anne-Charlotte. Welcome to this Comme d'Archi of the Summer 2024 series dedicated to sports facilities. Olympic Games 2024 oblige. Today, let's talk about the Île-de-France Olympic Nautical Stadium, which opened in June 2019 after 4 years of work, i.e. 4 to 5 years before the Paris 2024 events. It's a feat since it's one of the only sites in the world to be able to host rowing and canoeing events. It was indeed built with the Paris 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games in mind, which of course didn't stop us from thinking about its legacy phase. The French Federation of Canoeing, Kayaking and Paddle Sports is based here. For this reason, it will continue to host national and international competitions, as well as the general public after the summer of 2024. This 150 hectares stadium, where the built-up areas almost blend into the landscape, is also unique on a European scale, as it is the world's largest practice site and one of only 3 sites in the world, along with Beijing and Sydney, grouping together the 3 Olympic and Paralympic canoe-kayak events. The stadium includes an 11,000 square meters sports complex, indoor sports halls, a sports medicine annex, an administrative area, and boat sheds. Architects were needed to design and oversee the construction. The European consortium, with German architects Auer Weber as lead architect and Octan Architecture, now APMA, a Rouen-based agency, had won the call for tenders in 2010, along with landscape architects TER and Zogheib Ingénierie. But how did they design it? Topography conditioned the choice of location and the design, which is both architectural and landscaped. The neologism land arc describes this anchoring to the ground, mirrored here by the presence of water. The entire plot is set in the landscape. The buildings seek out the sun. Respecting the environment also means taking advantage of it. The project is both a high-level sports venue, a leisure base, and a tourist site. As such, it offers a wide variety of uses, where internationally renowned athletes, amateurs, school children, and passerbys can all meet. The area is organized into 4 distinct pools, dedicated to top-level athletes, accommodation, training, water sports, and dry leisure activities. What are these 4 facilities? First of all, the Plateau Vif, the name given to a vegetated levee, materializes the cone of vision from the main entrance and places the buildings under green roofs, unfolded from north to south. This pedestrian walkway is the key element in managing the flow of visitors. Next, the axis of sporting excellence enables staff, VIPs, and sponsors to follow the competitions as closely as possible. These elements, placed high up, dominate, without overwhelming, the rest of the facilities, which are located at water level. The facility is completed by a finishing tower, positioned on the lake and served by a footbridge. The Whitewater Stadium, in the form of a canyonized amphitheater, provides a spectacular backdrop for the entire site. Finally, the omnipresence of water is the 4th key feature of the project. Set in a setting of water and greenery, the project creates the identity of a water island. This project which combines high-level sports, leisure, and tourism development, is, of course, part of a sustainable approach. The stadium is part of a 150-hectare nature reserve, designed to provide the people of Paris with a genuine green break in an urban environment. The Soja and Elements Engineering Office planned for energy production using geothermal heat pumps and solar thermal collectors. For the past 5 years, the Stade Nautique Olympique d'Île-de-France has been an integral part of the Île de Loisirs Vaires-Torcy, one of the region's 12 leisure islands. This vast natural site, in the heart of Seine-et-Marne and open to the general public, offers a variety of sports and leisure activities for the whole family. Take a dip in the lake, enjoy the water park, go paddle boarding, or even take your boating license on the banks of the Marne. The project also boasts a horse riding center, a golf course, and racket sports facilities. There's plenty to keep young and old happy during the summer. Not quite 2024, but it won't last, except in our memories. Dear listeners, thank you for tuning in. See you next week, and until then, take care. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening.
And thanks to the sound engineer who was collaborating with us today.
Don't forget to tune in to our previews on Instagram at Comme d'Archi Podcast. If you enjoy this podcast, don't hesitate to promote it by giving it 5 stars and a little comment on Apple Podcast or on your favorite podcast platform. And above all, subscribe to listen to all of our episodes for free. See you soon, and until then, take care of yourself.